So the quality of your life depends on the quality of the questions you ask. Be it you ask yourself or you ask other people, or basically the conversations that you have around those questions. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Minnie. Welcome back to Mink TV, where we talk about self-care tips to help you build a sustainable, successful lifestyle. Now, if you have not followed my Instagram, you're probably shocked with this new hairstyle. It's a really impromptu cut. I just decided to go into the salon once it's open and just told the hairstylist that I want a change and decided to chop off the extra length. And I thought this would be a good start to talk about what we are going to, discuss today, which is whenever we feel a little bit more comfortable in the daily routine, it's really important for us to start identifying what it is about and start changing. And change is very uncomfortable. So especially with what's happening right now in the world, it's more important for us to have difficult yet necessary conversation. And in order to have those difficult yet necessary conversation, we need to ask difficult yet necessary questions. And normally when we do our journal, it is really all about having those conversations. But a lot of us start journaling by simply extracting journal prompts from the internet, and we just start practicing it just because. If you are just starting out and want to start implementing your journaling habits, it is okay to start by extracting a few, like 10 journal prompts to try out, 50 journal prompts to try out. Those are great. Those are great ways to start off your journaling practices. However, this video are for those who want to improve their quality of life and they want to have difficult conversations. And I know it's really uncomfortable. That is why I'm introducing in a form of journal prompts, so that you could start having those conversations with yourself in a safe space. So the quality of your life depends on the quality of the questions you ask. Be it you ask yourself or you ask other people, or basically the conversations that you have around those questions. So here are the 3 mistakes that you should be avoiding when you are asking those questions. First of all, if you want to really work on your quality of life and increase the quality of your questions, you need to stop answering journal prompts that does not resonate with you anymore. Now, when I say difficult journal prompts, it's not so much about what are you grateful for, the 10 things that you want to achieve by this year. These are actually a really great way to kickstart your journaling habits, progress. But if you want to go in depth with that, you have to start picking up journal prompts that resonate with what you are going through. Let's say you are going through a difficult time where you just lost your job and you are deciding whether or not you want to start a business, or you want to start something new, or you want to shake up your current lifestyle. The kind of question you need will be very different, and it's no longer like, what am I grateful for today, and it's no longer just talking about the lessons that you've learned today. It's really asking yourself those difficult questions and really cherry pick those very difficult journal prompts that you need to answer. Now, if you are struggling to find out what kind of journal prompt is important yet necessary for you, one of the best way is to think about what kind of question would you want to ask that friend who is in similar situation like you. And those questions are the questions that you know you want to ask but you don't dare to ask. Those are the questions you should be asking yourself. Now, the second journal prompt mistake that you should be avoiding is to ask linear questions. What does that mean with linear question? Linear question is a yes or no question, it's a close-ended question. It's just here to drive like that one one results. So for example, 3 things that you're grateful for. Pam, pam, pam. That's it. Or why did you do this? How do you feel this way? Da, 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 da. Those kind of questions are kind of like a linear question. And one of the biggest thing that I have learned in my counseling course is to ask circular questions. So I learned this technique when I am having my family therapy trainings, and it's called the circular questioning. And circular questioning is a technique used in some methods of family therapy to yield information about dynamics and relationship in a family. Now, I'm putting that into context with conversation with yourself and how you can use circular questioning for yourself. So one of the best way to upgrade the quality of your question is by asking yourself the same question but in different perspective. A circular questioning could be something like, what would your friend think about you when you say you love your job? How would that show? How would that present itself when you are talking about your job in front of your friend? Or you can talk about a relationship, your relational needs. You say, instead of asking what made me angry, you could ask question like, when I'm angry, what does the other person think of me, or what do I think that the other person is thinking about me? What will having in-depth conversation with yourself or having in-depth questions to help you understand and increase your quality of your life is that you are not just having a tunnel vision of your problems, or you are not just having a tunnel vision of your perspective. Rather, you are actually pulling more resources in, and you are also expanding your worldview. And this, I just want to quickly slot in a T and C for this, is that it really depends on what you need. And if you are a people pleaser, notice the pattern. Notice the pattern of how you think other people will think of you, and really notice the pattern there. And if you are someone who are afraid to ask those questions, then have follow-up questions on why are you thinking that way. And that brings us to the third point, which is have follow-up questions. A lot of journal prompts has this one statement or question, and that's it. The beauty of it is that it serves like a first step and stepping stone to start a conversation. However, a lot of people don't do the next step, which is to have more questions from that one question statement. And by having an in-depth question from your second mistake to avoid, you will then generate even more questions. It's gonna be really hard for you to generate your own question. That's why hiring a coach or having a mentor or having someone that is going to probe more questions in you is going to be really, really helpful. For those who have signed up for my mid-year life audit masterclass, link down below if you haven't snagged your spot, you are going to have a full list of journal prompts that has follow-up questions. This is why I think follow-up question is so important, and something that's really lacking outside in the journaling world is that there are no follow-up questions. So what does follow-up question mean is that you need to start asking a general question or in-depth question and then have subsequent question from the same question. I'm using this very general journal prompts that most of you who journal will have already practiced, which is, what am I grateful for? The follow-up question could be something like, what does it mean to be grateful? What does it mean for me to show gratitude? And what can I do next when I identify what I'm grateful for? And all this question really probes more in-depth question, and it really drills you in to really ask yourself those difficult questions. Now allow yourself to go into this whole rabbit hole of figuring out your definition of being grateful, being fearful, being stuck. What does it mean to be stuck as well? And really put yourself into the position where you identify what does it really mean, and make it really explicit, make it really tangible on the things that is showing up. Now, these are the 3 common mistakes that people are making when they want to improve their life using journal prompts, but they are not doing it the right way. Again, the journal prompts outside there are super fun and easy and great for Kickstarter, but if you want to really use journals to, journaling to increase the quality of your life, these are some of the mistakes that you should be avoiding and should start changing instead. Now, if you think this is helpful for you, definitely give me a like and subscribe to my channel to learn more about self-care tips and practical self-care tips to increase the sustainability of your successes. Now, with that said, if you have not signed up for my masterclass, please go and sign up before the slots are all gone, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!